Hi there, folks. This is GJ Armstrong here, and today I'm going to talk about Western wear shirts like these. Well, if Western wear is your thing and you like dressing in the cowboy style or the Western wear style, as I do as a musician, I concentrate on wearing Western clothing most of the time because I play Americana music, so that's what I do. But I'm really enthusiastic about these things. So I've got a few tips for people who want to buy Western wear. Now, there's a few places you can source your Western wear shirts, for example, which is like eBay, and there's also Etsy, and there's all the rest of the shopping sites, Amazon, that kind of thing. But there's also charity shops, or in America, of course, are called thrift shops, and or second-hand shops, and that's a good place to source Americana clothing. Now, there's some places that you'll find, if you look hard enough, that actually specialize in Americana clothing, and these are the places you want to frequent. Now, the biggest problem you've got in buying second-hand clothing is, of course, size. Size is everything. If it fits you, it's great. If it doesn't fit you, then it's no good buying it. But there's a couple of things you need to remember to take every time you go out hunting for your Americana clothing, and that's this. This is a tape measure, a tailor's tape measure. Now, you can buy these for very little, 50p, a pound. They don't cost a lot, but they go in the pocket. I always have one with me, and whenever I go into a charity shop or a second-hand shop or a bona fide second-hand clothing retailer, I always have these with me. Now, there's a couple of things you can remember about measuring shirts. Now, when you measure a shirt, if you know that you've got a shirt that fits you well, that you feel comfortable in, well, then that's the shirt you pick out of your wardrobe first. And what you do is you take your tape measure and you measure the shirt. Now, the thing is, what you do is, this is a Wrangler shirt. It's got short sleeves. Don't discount short sleeves, because they can look just as cool as long sleeves, especially if you've got a few tattoos. Anyway, so there's your shirt. All the poppers are fastened. Now, this is one thing that's integral to a Western shirt, is poppers, not buttons. But most of your Western shirts will have a button on the top. So the collar's nearly always a button. I don't know why, but that's just the way some of them are. So you've got your poppers all the way down the front, and usually you've got them on the pockets too. So you make sure that your shirt is closed, it's popped together. And then what you do is you take a ruler or your tape measure if you're in a shop, and you put it underneath the shirt and you measure it, pulling it taut from under the armpit, directly at the bottom of the sleeve. So from pit to pit. So what you do is, that's the distance you're measuring on a shirt that you already own. And that there is, call it 25.5. So that will get you 51 inches in circumference. Now, the thing is, when you take shirt sizings, all over the world we have different sizings. So what is 46 in America is not necessarily 46 in the UK. But here's the thing. The thing is, it's all about the cut. Now, when these garments are cut on the cloth, on the table with a cutter, they cut them and allow for the stitching, for the hems, for the stitching, usually about 5 to 10 mil maximum, but 5 to 10 mil. So every design, every pattern is 10 mil, half an inch over usually, and they'll overlock it and then they'll stitch it together. The machinists run them together, but the sizes vary. So the thing is, you've got to allow yourself a little bit of breathing room when it comes to chest size. So always get a good fit shirt, and if you measure that pit to pit, then that will tell you exactly what size that shirt is. Now, when you go into a shop, you can pull out your tape and you can run it across, because it might say large, it might say medium, large, or even extra large, extra large. There's all sizes. So the thing is, what you're doing is you're going to measure the shirt, and when you measure the shirt, you run it across pit to pit, and that will tell you whether that shirt's going to fit you. And that's the first tip. The second tip is collars. When you take a shirt off the rack and you're looking at it, look at the collar. I've got an eye for it now. I know what colours will fit me, because I'm around about a 17, a comfortable 17 to, I can get away with 18 with a tie. So I know what my size is. But what I'd do is I'd get the collar and I'd pull it up to the top of the hanger like that, and then I'd pull it taut like that. And then what I'd do is I'd take my tape and I'd run that down to there like that. Now, if I pull that to there and I put the button and the buttonhole together and I pull it taut, we're getting on 9 inches, which is an 18 collar. So you're halving all the time. So you're halving the collar, just like you do with the chest. And that will tell you whether the collar will fit, because believe me, I've picked up many a shirt and I thought, oh, that'll fit me on the chest. And then if I want to wear a tie or a bolo tie, well then I've got no chance, because it's like a 16 collar on a 50-inch chest. So, you know, you can't take for granted the sizes that people manufacture. You've got to find out for yourself. So that's the first tip when it comes to buying. Now, style-wise, we've got everything from solid colours to the usual, what I would call the proper Western or cowboy shirts, right the way up to your checks. Now, check shirts, you can buy a check shirt, and there's so many makes. The labels are unbelievable. There's that many makes, but don't discount modern retailers, such as this one is River Island. So that's a River Island shirt, and it's got epaulets as well. But that's a Western shirt by River Island. And then we've got, this one's by Gap, and it's a fantastic Western shirt, that. Then we've got, who's that by? California Apparel. That's a California one. And then of course we've got Western Plains Trading. There's all sorts of makes. This one is Burton's. Burton's are tailors. But then you get to these types. So you've got your stripes, you've got your checks, which always look good with a pair of jeans. You can throw a pair of jeans on, and it doesn't have to be indigo blue jeans or what we call denim. It can be a brown, it can be a beige, it can be black. You know, black jeans, beige jeans, brown jeans, you know, khaki colours, as some people call it. You can put them on and they always look cool. You know, the minute you put a pair of jeans on, and I sort of go for a standard cut on jeans, or what you call regular cut, because it's a straight leg. You can get boot cut, and they sort of bell out at the bottom. The ladies like them. I prefer a straight jean myself. But anyway, so then you get to the proper, what you call the yoked cowboy shirts. Now when you get these, this one is a white horse, and then you've got Scully. Now Scully's a big name, and this is the thing. What you've got to do is you've got to learn the names of the manufacturers of Americana or cowboy shirts, Western wear shirts, because once you know names like Scully, Panhandle Slim, and that kind of thing, you can then do searches on eBay for stuff. Now some of them are not too cheap, I'll warn you, but the thing is, you can always get, like this one's a Red Star, you can always get a Western looking shirt on eBay, you know, if you look hard enough, but it's getting them at the right price. That's the thing. Now you can go to the standard sort of Western look, which is denim. The denim shirt. This one is a authentic Wrangler, and that of course has got two poppers on the cuff, poppers all down the front, the button on the top, poppers on the pockets, and it's got the yoke. The standard sort of cut on a Western shirt is with a yoke on the shoulders, so you always look for a yoke on the shoulders. Then you can get more of a, like this is a Wrangler dress shirt. Again, it's the same design. And then you can get these sort of rugged type of shirts made by Wrangler. And the good shirts, it's a thicker cotton, stronger. But when you get some of the really ornate shirts like this one, which has pride of place in my my wardrobe, you know, you can really, they really go to town with the decoration. I mean, look at the work on that, it's fantastic. When you think about it, you know, you buy these shirts, and some of this is a panhandle slim, and you can pay an awful lot of money for these. But the thing is, look at the workmanship that's gone into it. You know, to pay a tailor to make a shirt like that would cost a fortune. And you have Mexican ones. Now the thing is, the cuffs, some of the cuffs are just standard size cuffs, but some of the cuffs that you get can come right the way up to the elbow. And look at that. That's a beautiful shirt, that is. And you've got all this ornate stitching and piping going all the way around. So when it comes to buying shirts, you've got your personal taste on what you would think, I like that, I'd wear that. And then you can look at shirts which are very ornate. And these shirts here, like this one, you know, and this one, all these very ornate shirts I use as stage wear. So, you know, helps you stand out, helps you look the part, makes your job of entertaining 10 times easier, because it's what people expect when they go to see a country music artist. And so, yeah, that's it. So when you're buying shirts, there's plenty of places to look, and don't forget your tape. Wherever you go, don't forget that tape, because that is the one thing that can save you from buying a shirt that you really like but will never fit. So if you've not been on this on my channel before, please give it a go. GJ Armstrong on YouTube, and I'm also on Instagram, and I'm also on Facebook, GJ Armstrong. And please comment in the section below. Tell me what you think of the shirts. Tell me what you think. Tell me whether I'm right or wrong. You know, tell me what you like. And like, and please subscribe, because I'm trying to build me channel up. Okay, till then, happy hunting.